fam, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Javon J, and I'm a California native who moved to Bangkok recently to teach English abroad and to immerse myself in Thai culture. This is part 3 of my From Broke to Bangkok series, where I'm helping you move abroad regardless of your financial situation. In part 1, we talked about how to save your money to make your move happen, and in part 2, we covered how to find jobs abroad. Now in this video, we're diving into how to find housing in Thailand. So if you're planning to move here or just curious about the process, stay tuned. Now I know finding a place to live abroad can feel extremely daunting, but I'm here to break it down so you can secure a spot without too much stress. Okay, so where do we find these places? I started off using rental websites. I was looking at Fazwaz, DD Property, Property Scout, and a bunch of other websites. And the main thing that I was coming across was a lot of those listings were outdated. I would contact an agent and they would tell me, oh, that property was rented out several months ago. And it's like, well, why is it still up on your website? It's so frustrating. You'll find a lot of outdated postings on the rental websites out here, unfortunately. I'm not really sure why, but they tend to just not take them down for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is. So I actually recommend using either Facebook Marketplace or housing groups or both so you can find a place. It's so much easier. I love that it's updated regularly so you can see pretty much up to the minute posting, and it allows you to communicate directly with agents that are working closely with the owner. First, let's check out Marketplace. Okay, so we want to look for housing, so we're going to go to property rentals. All right, so you'll see on the side here where it says shop by category. So you can look at apartments for rent, condos for rent, houses for rent, townhouses for rent. Let's click on condos for rent. Okay, and then we're going to put in our filter, our maximum. So let's say your budget is 20,000 baht. I'll put on the screen what that is in USD. So as you can see, there's a bunch of listings. So just kind of take your pick. This place looks nice. Let's look at this. 1 bed, 1 bath flat. Okay, this is nice. So obviously you can just go through all the pictures. That's a really nice bathroom. What else? Yep, new washer. And I guess that's the view from the balcony. And then more pictures of the property. So they have a nice swimming pool. So on the side here, you'll see it says 1 bed, 1 bath flat, 15,000 baht a month, 30 square meters. It says listed over a week ago. And then we can see more. So this is more details about it. It'll have a translation available. Agent posts, special deal, hurry up and reserve them before they're gone. Condo near BTS Prompong, 1 bed, 1 bath, surrounded by shops and restaurants, convenient for every lifestyle. 24-hour security, special rental price, only 15,000 baht a month. Inquire or book a viewing now. Okay, so they have their contact information. All right, and then it has the seller information. So that's also a good feature too. You can see how long they've been on Facebook. So as you can see, this person joined Facebook in 2009. So it's likely that this is not a scam, you know. If you see somebody who's just started recently using Facebook, I would be wary of that. It's not 100% that, you know, anything's wrong, but you want to contact an agent that's actually been on Facebook for a while. All right, so if you want to reach out to them, you would just click message and then you would contact them. Or you can go to send seller a message and then you can do it like that. They already have like a pre-made message there, but obviously you're going to want to type your own. And if you're in the process of looking and you want to save, you would just click here at save and it'll be saved. So that's how Facebook Marketplace would work for finding a place. Okay, so now we're going to look at different expat groups or housing groups that you can find. I'm a part of a couple of groups. Actually, here's one right here. So Bangkok Expats, long name, but I will have it linked. All right, so as you can see, you have people here that are posting, inquiring, saying, hi, we're looking for a 2-bedroom condo or 1 bedroom. People are basically saying what they're looking for, and then they'll have agents. Usually agents will come to you and respond. A lot of times you can just go on here and you can post what you're looking for. So, hello, I'm inquiring about a 1 bed, 1 bath or studio, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. Then you would just post it. I'm not going to do that. Okay, here's a place. This place looks really nice. Aspire Erawan Prime. That's the name of the place. 2-bedroom for 15,000 baht. Wow, I pay 14,000 baht for a 1-bedroom, so that's a steal. Next to BTS Chang Erwan. New room, never been rented before. That's amazing. 1-year contract. So yeah, that's going to be very common. And like I said here, 2-month deposit plus 1 month rent in advance. 22nd floor, so high-rise views. Great. This is a wonderful listing, and it looks like they listed it 6 minutes ago. So this is what I mean when I say it's way better and way more efficient to be on Facebook Marketplace or to be in these housing groups, because you're able to find literally up to the minute listings. So you're not looking at old postings, trying to sift through that on rental websites. So again, highly recommend using Facebook. Okay, let's just look at this place because it looks really nice. It's called Aspire. There's a couple of Aspires in Bangkok. What you'll find is a lot of the condos out here, they have the same name, but it's going to be based in different areas. So just a little heads up. So they got a fridge, looks like a washer. I don't know if that's a washer dryer combo or what, but they have a washer, a cooktop, microwave. Nice. Okay. It says never before lived in, but it looks like it was. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, this place is really nice. So anyway, you could leave a public comment, or I think it's more efficient just to contact the agent. So they usually have their information. So yeah, they've left their Line ID and their WhatsApp. Line is very similar to WhatsApp, so it's the way a lot of people here in Thailand communicate. So yeah, that's basically it. So when you find a listing you like, reach out to the agent that's posting it right away, because listings do go very quickly here. Be clear about your requirements right away. Be quick with your replies, and be sure to set a time for reviewing, because the faster you act, the better chance you have at securing your place. A lot of the owners, they do want that security of having somebody that's there long term. So they're going to be looking towards a year lease. If you're only going to be here 6 months or less, I'm not saying it's impossible to find shorter term rentals, but it's not easy. There is a website I did come across though called livinginsider.com. That website does show short-term rental listings. It didn't work for me in particular because they didn't have anything in my budget in the desired neighborhood that I now live in. So it can be hit or miss, but it is worth a shot. Other than that, I would probably recommend just doing Airbnb. Or if you have a potential landlord that is insistent on a 1-year lease and you really, really like the place, you could sign the lease, and if you need to break the lease early for any reason, they'll just take your security deposit versus having to pay the remainder of your rental duration like they do back in the States. So for some people that's worth it. I usually see my security deposit as a loss anyway. So if you go into it with that mentality, then it won't be that big of a hit. When you first move in, expect to pay the first month's rent fully upfront, regardless of when you're moving in. So for example, I moved in on the 21st of the month. I was still required to pay the full month's rent. Now my rent is due on the 21st of every month, as opposed to doing a prorated rent and my rent is due on the 1st every month. Expect to pay the first month's rent plus a security deposit that's usually equivalent to 2 months rent. So basically you're paying 3 times the rent up front. So keep that in mind with your budget. For me, my rent is 14,000 baht a month. So 14,000 baht times 3 is 42,000 baht, which is the equivalent of about a little over 1,200 USD. Also, the agent that you're working with is going to get a cut of that, usually equivalent to 1 month's rent. So that's how you will pay for your agent. One of the best things about renting here in Thailand is there's no credit checks, proof of income, checking your rental history. So if you have an eviction, none of that matters here. It's literally a clean slate. If you have the money, you have the place. Another pro is a lot of the condos out here come fully furnished, not just condos, but houses as well. So that is something to look out for when you are house hunting. Pay attention to the furniture. If it's something that you just cannot live with, see if you can negotiate getting rid of the furniture so you can add in your own. So most people just want to bring their suitcase and voila, their place is done. That's what I did, and that alleviated so much stress, which is amazing. So one thing that's really important when apartment hunting, and this is universal regardless of where you live, but make sure that you factor in your non-negotiables and even know what your non-negotiables are. Do you prefer to be near public transportation, grocery stores, hospitals? Do you require a pool, gym, high security? When you're viewing a place, always test the water pressure. So test the sinks, test the shower. Also pay attention to if the water gets hot, how long it takes for the water to get hot. I think it's really important to know where your windows are facing. If you're somebody who really thrives in the sunlight and likes natural lighting, living, look for somewhere that has south-facing windows. South-facing windows give you all-day sun. East-facing windows if you prefer morning sun, or west-facing windows if you prefer evening sun. Don't worry about seeming weird, like these things are important because that's going to be your everyday life. Also, if you're looking at a high-rise building, make sure you pay attention to how long the elevator takes. Do you need a key card? Is it face scan? Is there a guard at the door? Is there nothing? Make sure that you look out for those things. So these are the 6 questions that I had when I was condo shopping. What utilities are included? How is water and electricity calculated? Where is the nearest grocery store? Where is the nearest hospital? Where is the closest public transportation, be it the BTS, the MRT, or a bus stop? Can rent be paid online or does it have to be in person? Will my rent ever increase? How are maintenance requests handled? Obviously, that's not a comprehensive list, but those are the questions that I asked that helped me make a decision on where I wanted to stay. Do not try to secure a place online without physically seeing it in person. There's an abundance of housing out here, so do not have a scarcity mindset. You will find something. What I recommend doing is maybe staying in a hotel or an Airbnb for about a week. You should definitely be able to find a place within that amount of time, especially if you're using Facebook Marketplace. All right, fam, that's it for today's video. I hope this gave you some helpful insight into finding housing in Thailand. I've linked all 3 parts of the From Broke to Bangkok series in the description below, so you have the ultimate guide to moving to Thailand. If you found this video useful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.